They're a local company that makes reverse osmosis water filtration. So what's reverse osmosis water filtration? That is the cleanest and highest technology water purification that you can get. What's TDS? Total dissolved solids. This will actually tell you the quality of the water before and after. This is the SimPure water quality test. Now this is an additional little spigot that goes next to your sink once it's all installed. Now I took regular old tap water from the main tap there, and I took this TDS meter here so you could see it, and I'll throw that in there. Now, a total dissolved solid rating of under 100 generally represents really good water. 300-ish or higher, you're starting to get hot springs and other stuff. My water's at 40. So again, that's pretty good. You can see the little rating that this TDS scale has on it. So 40 means I've got really clean municipal water. If you're getting well water, if you're getting water from all these other sources, now this is right from that tap. And I'm going to show you how much different it is. So the other previous test was at 40. I'll put that in here, and you're going to get to see the total 1. That is the best output that I've ever seen. This is going to have a reverse osmosis filter, a charcoal filter, and it's a tankless system. 600 gallon per day rating here. Its pure ratio to drain is 2:1. I will narrate through the SimPure installation process here. So I did this below my sink at home. This is our newly remodeled kitchen. We remodeled it not too long ago. I did a ton of plumbing here. You'll see we've got water to the dishwasher, we've got water to the fridge, we've got all sorts of stuff. So I went in there, and in the back of this area, I actually have an outlet that was for a garbage disposal, which we don't have. And so I was able to take this and use this and put a GFCI outlet. So we got to have that, GFCI because it's in a kitchen. But I was able to put power in here, and that's the only thing that was needed for this unit to run, is it needs to have the standard 120 volt power. Comes with an adapter. Now I'm going to use a tool here to cut out this little outlet plate on the top here because I need it to go up against the actual outlet, not just the wood here, so there's no gap. I cut out this outlet here so that I could put my outlet plate on it and make it look all fancy for the wife. If you need to put a GFI in, some of you guys in newer homes may already have these, to be honest. So what's kind of cool about this is that the GFCI breaker here, I think this is actually a combo AFCI GFCI, so arc fault as well. So I put that in here real quick. That's the only thing that I needed to add. And in your case, if you're in a newer house, your garbage disposal and or your regular dishwasher may actually plug in, so you might already have that. Just doing a quick check, make sure I got the polarity and everything right, and I hit a button here and it checks the GFCI, which does work, and so it is safe. I did everything correctly on that one. Next step here is the plumbing part, and actually I couldn't be happier with how easy this thing was to plumb. So take off the covers here. There's the charcoal filter and the reverse osmosis filter, very easily accessible. So it fit in there, and I'll show you at the very end how much room it takes, but it doesn't take much room at all. I was pretty surprised about that. Got some lighting in here for you. That is my water line to my fridge. Now I traded it out with a stainless steel because my plastic one broke before, and that caused the kitchen remodel. But they come with all the tees and fittings you need for a variety of sizes here. In this case, I was just able to unthread that and put the source water right in there. And it's going to come with different size of these PEX hoses. So this is going to be your feed line. And you just put a nut over that, you squeeze that onto here, and it's a compression fitting. So one thing is a kind of a pet peeve is when you see that you have a rubber gasket, don't put any Teflon tape or anything. You don't need it. It actually can cause leaks. So in this case, I just made sure that it had room to get over there. This is going to have a drain. So in the reverse osmosis system, it is going to drain. It has a little sticker that they give you to find the appropriate spot. Really easy to follow instructions. I drilled the little 1/4 inch hole or whatever it needed. Because there's no pressure on this is just drain water, you can put that little gasket on there, and then they put this little collar on there. So again, you don't have to do significant cutting or anything. A simple drill and a wrench is all you need to get this installed, and that's the drain line. But we're going to hold off on that. We're going to install the freshwater line. Now, we have quartz countertops. My wife has always wanted her soap on that side, so I said, tell you what, I'll do the demo. I'll take your soap out here. We'll drill a new hole for the soap, but you can drill through whatever countertop material you have. In this case, I had to come under here, and we're back looking above my sink, and use some tools to get that out, which came out pretty easily. It has a gasket on the top and on the bottom. So we're gonna put that gasket in real quick. We'll put the bottom gasket in. This is where 2 people would be really helpful. I was able to reach kind of winging out here and able to get both installed. Very easy to do the plumbing, like I said. It does have little retention clips, which will prevent these from ever coming off, but it's using that compression push-on fittings with all the plastic, all the new things that everybody likes. So you don't have to do any screwing of anything in. It's all just press fit, and I'll show you that here now. So I push that fitting in, and all these fittings are going to have a little mark. I'll show you that here on the next part. You want to make sure you're pushing it all the way to the mark. You can kind of run your cables. They actually included zip ties. I didn't use them. Now, hindsight 2020, I probably could have looped this and made it prettier, but make sure you're pushing it in all the way to that line is what I was showing there. Same thing for the freshwater supply, which is going there. And then the same thing for the wastewater supply, which is the last one I hook up here, the red one. And then the last thing that I'm going to do overall is plug this thing into the power that I put in. Now it is 12 volts, I believe. When it gets converted, it looks kind of like a laptop power brick. I did turn the water on here, checking for leaks, make sure there was nothing before I got the electrical out. Water and electricity don't mix. That other little sensor that, by the way, that's on the ground there, that's actually my leak detector from Wise. So I'm able to see if there's ever a leak when we're not away from, when we're not at home, which is kind of cool. So I plugged it all in, it turns on, and this thing, it's got a very low hum, but what it's doing is under incredible PSI pressure, it is pushing that water through a membrane, that reverse osmosis membrane, under incredible pressure, and that's what's filtering it. Now, you have to run your water for 20 minutes after you hook this thing up. But yeah, as you saw in the test results, it works fine, and it's down to a 1 in the total dissolved solid, so almost completely clean water afterward here. But I've seen some of these where they've taken an example on some of the desktop ones, and they've poured Coke in one side and they get fresh water out on the other. So it's pretty amazing there. So I ran this for about 20 minutes total, and that's all it took. And then I was able to get fresh water. We've been using it and really enjoying it. Overall, very happy with this product. Had no problems with it. Very easy to install, and I would recommend this one.